Welcome to More All My Children. I'm Leslie Miller. Coming up on today's show, we'll talk to Julia Barr, who plays Brooke.
I am bossy, however. My husband will tell you that.
And to Robert Scott Wilson, the new Pete.
It's been a blessing from day one, and I count my blessings every day.
They'll both be answering your questions on Skype. We'll also preview the new sizzling sound that singer Jason Derulo is bringing to Pine Valley. But first, everyone was blaming someone on this week's All My Children. What were they blaming them for? Take a look.
You killed our baby.
I didn't have a choice. The thought of my child growing up to be anything like you, I couldn't take that risk.
But for Miranda to discover that she is the product of rape,
Destroy her.
Please, Jesse, just tell me what's going on. Who took my daughter?
Zach and I are afraid that Cassandra was taken by sex traffickers.
Oh!
Your son is suffering from what we call retrograde amnesia.
Tell me what that means. The bullet affected the part of JR's brain that allows him to store recent memories as opposed to those in his more distant past.
My own father didn't know his own son.
Run this for Prince. I need that customer ID now. Zach Slater?
well, there's a surprise.
Special Agent Leah Marquez, FBI. You're under arrest.
Seems that somebody busted through the slats while sneaking back in after curfew last night.
Sneaking in?
Isn't that romantic?
Venture capital is so easy to come by these days. Who can I tap to fund this?
Well, what I dread is having to tell JR that Adam put me in charge of the company.
You will do as you're told.
Let me help you.
Please, Evelyn, please just try and get how much that Pete means to me. Europe can't happen right now because I have to stay here with Pete.
You know, I could hear. When I was in the coma, I may have looked like a vegetable, but I could hear.
You watch your mouth, Missy. I'm Billy Clyde Tuggle. I rule this world.
There sure are a lot of changes happening in Pine Valley. We talked to actress Julia Barr about what that means for her character, Brooke. How's it feel to be in charge of Chandler Enterprises?
It's a whole lot of dysfunction going on.
There is a whole new set of cast members
Yes.
here. What advice do you have for some of those new cast members?
I think that sometimes it's very easy to get overwhelmed with, the speed at which we, shoot these shows and sometimes the volume of dialogue. And I always tell people, just remember, it's a taped medium. So it sort of takes the onus off. I think once you come in, if you're completely prepared, you can have more fun with it and know that we have your back.
When an actor plays a character as long as you have played Brooke English,
Right.
do you find that you're really putting yourself into that character? You're putting Julia into that character?
There are certain things that are totally foreign to me. Like I could never imagine being the head of something or, running a literary magazine sort of empire. I am bossy, however. My husband will tell you that.
What is that like when you work with somebody for such a long period of time?
Well, you know each other in two different ways. You know each other on a very personal level. When you've known each other for so long, you've all gone through all kinds of life experiences. On camera, it's just her character or my character and what the situation is at the time and our character's history. I don't find it ever crosses over. It's very distinct.
Now, a little later, we'll go behind the scenes with the actresses who play Miranda and Celia for some girl talk.
I'm having so much fun.
And speaking of Celia, it's time to meet the new stud in town who's stolen her heart, Pete Cortland, played by Robert Scott Wilson. Okay, did it just get hotter in here, or is it just me?
No, it's not you.
How does it feel to play Pete Cortland, the grown-up Pete Cortland, the new heartthrob on All My Children?
Oh, man, you know what? It's been a blessing from day one, and I count my blessings every day. It's been an amazing experience so far.
What is that like when you come onto a set of a show that has so much history with the fans and such established actors like Julia?
Right, I mean...
Say anything you want. Don't worry that I'm here.
I was nervous. I'd be lying through my teeth if I didn't tell you at the beginning. I was nervous to step into, you know, their dome. This is what they do. They're the pros, you know, and coming in as like a rookie into the soap opera world was kind of nerve-wracking until I met them. As soon as I met them, it was just like another blessing, you know, because it just helped the whole process go and just get smoother, and it just worked.
What was it like for you? How nerve-wracking to do a scene where you're shirtless? I mean, we enjoyed it, but was that nerve-wracking for you?
You know what?
So early
Is it
on?
weird to say that I was almost more comfortable? I felt like I was like more comfortable.
Feel free to get comfortable right now. We don't have a problem with that.
I'm good right now. But anyway, yeah, no, honestly, it felt like oddly comfortable. I don't know why. It just worked. I mean, I've done my stint of shirtless activities, I guess, for camera, but never with Joe Larson. And you know, being on a set like this was just. It was a new experience.
And I know that you and Jill have great chemistry on screen, but you really like each other off screen too. You were telling me that.
Yeah, she's awesome. I mean, she's like one of the nicest ladies in the world, and she's just really inspiring and just helped me just, you know, when I got overwhelmed with my first few days on set and our tedious work schedule, she just helped me just move right along, and it just came together, and it just felt right. You know, we're not, you know, reinventing the wheel. We're just doing a human nature, you know, and we're just reacting to somebody's, you know, actions towards you, and working with somebody like Jill just makes it easy.
Don't go away. When we come back, it'll be your turn to ask Julia and Rob questions over Skype. But now it's time to meet singer Jason Derulo, who will be raising the roof and bringing down the house on an upcoming episode of All My Children.
In the beginning, I never thought it would be you when we were chilling. Smiling in the photo booth, but we got closer.
So Jason, it's great to see you here today. Are you ready for your big debut on All My Children?
I absolutely am. It should be fun. I saw some of the cast members in the hall.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
So cool. I mean, I know we just started last week, but I'm excited to dive into the series and, you know, get to know everybody.
Now, you're fresh off a plane from LA. You've never been on this set before. How do you prepare for an appearance like this?
It's kind of rough. I mean, you can never like really truly be prepared. It's more like getting mentally ready. You know, kind of no sleep kind of thing. But you know, get a couple of Red Bulls in your sack, and
that's the
and you're
trick.
ready to go. Yeah.
That's where you get the energy to do all those great moves.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you on set.
All right, looking forward to it.
Jason, that was awesome. Did you have a good time?
Absolutely. Jamming up there, it was fun.
What was it like appearing on a soap opera?
It was pretty amazing. I mean, especially, you know, being a kid and, you know, having my sister watch the show year after year after year, and being that kid that was, you know, with his sister watching the show. It's pretty awesome to actually, you know, be on that.
Coming up, we'll talk to another hot young actress, Sal Stowers, who plays Cassandra, and find out how she prepares for all those tough scenes she's been doing lately.
You have to know how to bring yourself back to reality.
Here's a little trivia for you. What broke up Brooke and Adam's first marriage? Was it A, Adam's affair with Erica, B, Adam's affair with Dixie, C, Adam's affair with Liza, or D, Adam's many, many affairs? The answer's coming up next. Welcome back. So what broke up Adam and Brooke's first marriage? Was it Adam's affair with Erica, Adam's affair with Dixie, Adam's affair with Liza, or Adam's many, many affairs? The answer is B, Adam's affair with Dixie. Before the break, we asked Julia Barr and Rob Wilson some questions. Now it's your turn. Take a look.
Not only with Rob, but all of the, you know, younger and newer people who joined the cast. All of us veterans who've known each other, and, you know, this is exciting, but, you know, we've done it a lot. we've been so impressed with wherever they've come from in the business, their professionalism, their readiness, their loveliness as people, their maturity. I mean, I feel like someone's mom. No, but I mean, they have been wonderful. You really.
Now it's your chance to quiz the actors. Right now on Skype, we've got Melissa from Holtsville, New York, and her daughter Tammy, too, who's just 7 years old. They both have questions for Julia Barr and Robert Scott Wilson. Hi there, Melissa and Tammy. First of all, Tammy, are you a big fan of the show?
Yes. My mommy, she watches it every day.
Hi, Miss Barr. I recently saw Brooke and Adam's 1987 wedding online and was wondering how would Brooke make this wedding to Adam different from the 1987 wedding, and what was your wedding like in real life?
I think the 1987 wedding that Brooke and Adam had, I think she was wearing a suit, and it was sort of improvisational. She just told him at the office, we're getting married, and they did. So I think there might be a little more celebratory things going on. My wedding, actually, my husband and I have been married 31 years on Valentine's Day. Oh. So it's very romantic, anything with chocolate and other things. On Valentine's Day was Anyway, no. What I mean is we're both very romantic, and so Valentine's Day is how we celebrated with our friends 31 years ago.
Melissa, what's your question for Robert?
I think Tabby wants to read this one.
To Mr. Wilson, what things do you do with your mom that you would like to see Peter and with Opal?
Do with Opal?
Do with Opal.
It seems that she's such a big fan of Tai Chi, I feel like I need to learn. So I think that would be a good experience. I've never experienced that before, and I mean, I don't know how I'd look in the headband, but I'm willing to try for her. So that'd be cool.
How does it feel to be addressed as Mr. Wilson?
I kind of like it. As long as I'm not being yelled at like Dennis the Menace, right? But it's okay, it works.
That's so great. Thank you, Melissa and Tammy, for your questions. This week, Pete took off with Celia. In real life, though, Jordan Lane Price, who plays Celia, shares a dressing room with Denise Tawns, who plays Miranda. And I dropped by for some girl talk.
This is the dressing room of Denise Tawns and Jordan Lane Price, two of the newest cast members on All My Children. Let's see what they're up to.
My first day, it was all day of shooting with Francesca James, and she's so incredible. And so I kind of was just taking it all in.
The decision has been made, and we leave tonight.
It's such an iconic show, and even the name itself triggers so many things.
I'm from a really small town, so this is like big news. Everyone's saying I'm going from Hamburg, Pennsylvania to Pine Valley.
Everything happened so quickly. They really embraced, who I was and made it part of the character. Kind of bohemian, funky, which I love.
I love the bangs.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm glad you did. I cut it myself, actually.
How are we going to top last night's excitement? I mean, is that even possible?
Very.
Jordan, you get to act with Rob Wilson, who's Pete Cortland. How's that?
Well, it's not too bad, obviously. No, he's such a good friend now, so we have a lot of fun, and we're like a really good support system for each other.
Denise, who would you say on the cast has taken you under their wing?
Oh, definitely Eden. Eden is, I love her so much, and I totally met her family and everything too. But right off the bat, we had enormous chemistry. Like the mother-daughter thing worked out so well.
If you're going into a scene right away and you have to cry off the cue, that's the hardest. But it's kind of a spur of the moment. You have to tunnel vision. You can't really think about the crew or anything, or you won't get there.
There are a couple of really big, important issues that are being explored with your storyline about bullying.
I don't want them to think of me as a freak. I know so many people, and even myself at one point, suffered bullying. I think it's good that they touched on that just to, bring up awareness.
I feel so blessed to be able to come to work every day, and it's this amazing family.
It's so much work, and it's the schedules are crazy, and the scripts, the amount of stuff that we have to memorize is insane, but I'm having so much fun.
Plus, it takes a village in Connecticut to create a small town in Pennsylvania. We'll introduce you to our tech crew.
We could actually shoot something in the morning break it down and be building that same thing for another set later that afternoon.
But first, another trivia question for you. Now that Pete has run off with Celia, he better hope her mysterious guardian isn't as overprotective as Pete's dad, Palmer. Which of these young women did Palmer try to keep away from the man she loved by lying that she was going blind? Was it A, Dixie, B, Julie, C, Lainey, or D, Nina? Think you know the answer? Check back with us after the break. Before the break, we asked if you remembered which of these young women did Palmer try to keep away from the man she loved by lying that she was going blind. Was it Dixie, Julie, Lainey, or Nina? It was, of course, Palmer's daughter, Nina. Now, ready to see some TV magic being made? I'll let you in on a secret. Nobody really gets punched on TV. So nobody really gets bruised either. Want to see how the makeup department makes it look like they have been? Watch this.
Hi, I'm Julia Davis, makeup artist here at All My Children. I'm here with Sal, who plays Cassandra.
Time you're in your key.
And today we are going to show you how to do a quick and easy bruise.
Who are you? I'm Cassandra.
Which Sal has actually been wearing a lot on the show. What we're going to use is a stipple and a 4-color bruise wheel. The colors are a dark burgundy, purple, green, and blue. Take a little bit of the burgundy, mix it with the blue, and slightly dab it on. Keep patting and dabbing until you get it to the look that you're trying to create. Just touch it lightly in the corner. Dab it with your finger a little bit. Take a little bit of the burgundy. So basically, I like to have the actress or actor come in completely bare-faced in order to achieve a more realistic look. It's easy to make someone look bad. And voila, there you have it. Sal has had a very bad day here in All My Children. Thanks for joining us.
This is your new life. Embrace it. You better try.
Poor Cassandra has been abused quite a bit lately. She's been through a lot. We asked actress Sal Stowers how she prepares to shoot her very emotional scenes.
I'm sitting here now with Sal Stowers, who plays Cassandra Foster in All My Children, and you have just finished a pretty intense scene. In fact, most of the scenes leading up to now have been pretty intense.
Now, move.
How do you wrap your head around that?
I mean, it's really challenging. I want to bring awareness. I want to help whoever is watching this.
No.
I want to live in it. I want to tell it with my heart. I had an acting coach once who told me, you have to know how to bring yourself back to reality.
What was your reaction when you found out you got the part of Cassandra Foster and that this was the storyline?
I was so excited. I couldn't even believe it because the whole auditioning process was just so much. They wanted a lot of emotions out of me on my tape. When I found out about the sex trafficking, I think I was shocked and excited at the same time because I was just like, well, wow, what am I gonna have to do, I don't know how to perform. I love everyone. I can't express that enough. It's so great to be here and everyone is so amazing and just, they've been doing this for so long, and it's like, I get to be a part of it now.
What do you want the viewers to know about you, Sal, that they don't know?
I love to have fun. I love to be around my friends and family. I love to cook.
Where would you like to see your character go?
Grow and get her life back, I want her relationship with Angie to evolve, and I want them to grow closer because of this, and I hope that it doesn't really take her down.
While the actors are preparing to act, a huge crew is preparing their sets. Now an exclusive look at the men and women who turn an empty soundstage into the town you love.
So I'm here on the set with Glenn Weinstein. He is the key shooting grip. Glenn, what exactly does that mean? What do you do?
The grips are generally involved with all the rigging that goes on in the stage. So as you look up here,
You'll see above the sets we have all the truss work and the pipe. Everything that hangs from that is a grip's job. We also deal with shaping of the light. Let's say a light is aimed at the actress and you'd like to keep it off the floor but on her face or off the wall. We'll set things called flags to basically shape and mold the light to the way the lighting designer would like it. It is a tremendous team effort. If one person is not doing what they need to be doing, the whole thing could literally stop at that point. The hardest part is the pace of how fast things happen. There's a lot of changes that take place. You got to get it done quick. It's not a lot of time to think. You got to do.
Now when we see that credit that says key shooting grip, we actually know what that means.
Yeah.
Seems like the building never ends on the set of All My Children and One Life to Live. And joining us now is Tom Woods. He is the key construction grip for both shows. Tom, what exactly do you do?
We formulate a plan on where the sets go. It's kind of a juggling act of sets coming, going, lighting them, set dressing, scenery. We are so crammed in here that we are on top of each other with everything we're doing.
So this is the Pine Valley Police Station.
Yes.
And you're putting it together and you're working from this blueprint right here?
This blueprint right here, yes. And this is our weekly plans. Each day we get a new blueprint and a breakdown of what has to come, what has to go. You really have to get a good plan because there is no room for error. What you're doing now could be shooting in 4 hours. You could actually shoot something in the morning, break it down, and be building that same thing for another set later that afternoon. The amount of pages of dialogue here is immense. It could be 25 times that of a regular scripted half-hour or hour-long TV shows. You might have 10 times the amount of sets in the same amount of time on this kind of show, a soap opera, over a regular scripted show. There's lots of little things that go on here that are very simple that to the camera looks very different. It is the magic of television.
Think you'd like to be part of More All My Children? We'll tell you how you can be. Plus a preview of next week's episodes right after the break. Welcome back. On this week's All My Children, we saw lies, accusations, and a few confessions. But that's nothing compared to what's coming up next. Check out our exclusive sneak peek of next week's shows.
I know how close you and AJ are. He's like family to me too, you know. I had every intention of raising him with Marissa. But JR put an end to that dream when he killed her.
This is crazy.
Somewhere in this rack is the perfect outfit.
Oh, where do I even start?
How about we'll start with these?
You ready for today?
Can't wait. Look who's back in school. Moronda Montgomery, Lesbo Princess.
I expect you to walk in like you're hot shit and own the place.
This day's gonna suck.
If I ever find out that you had anything to do with Cassandra's disappearance, I will pay someone to throw you back in the river and make sure that this time you never make it out.
That's it for us today. But remember, we want to hear from you. So write us at moreamc@theonlinenetwork.com. Leave us a comment on Facebook or send us a tweet. You might even get to hear your words on the show or watch yourself on Skype. We'll see you soon.